Parfums De Marly Percival. This fragrance was from the first batch of decants that I ever purchased as part of a decant review video series I was doing where I would buy a bunch of decants, sample the fragrances, and ultimately decide whether or not I would buy the full-size bottle. As you can tell, I did buy the full-size bottle, and I did make a video review on the fragrance right after I sampled it, after I had decided I was gonna buy the full-size bottle, but I decided not to upload it. Now that I've had this fragrance for a few months, I feel like I'm able to just give a more thorough review. So let's talk about this bad boy. Parfums De Marly Percival. Definitely one of the more crowd-pleasing options from the entire Parfums De Marly line. This is my very first niche fragrance purchase ever, and I see so many stories online from others saying the exact same thing. This seems to be just the perfect entry niche fragrance you can buy. Now, I don't want to just come on here and just glaze this fragrance. I do love it, don't get me wrong, but I want to offer a balanced approach and give a couple reasons why you may like this fragrance, a couple reasons why someone may not like this fragrance, and just try to give a more balanced approach. Let's start with what does this smell like and what is the experience of wearing it. I think most people, from amateurs to experts, know what the blue fragrance scent profile is, okay? I mean, there's a million different things to draw from. Versace Dylan Blue, YSLY, Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel. There's so many great blue reference points. I feel like most people understand just that shower gel type of scent profile. Imagine if you took that scent profile and added just some really sharp spice and black pepper. Black pepper is not an officially listed note in this fragrance, but that's what I get. I get like a spicy black pepper note right as soon as I spray it in the opening. And it's blended in really well with that blue scent DNA. I almost feel like it's similar to if you've smelled Sauvage Elixir, if you took that and kind of really removed the mintiness almost from Sauvage Elixir and added more like black pepper spiciness, that would be kind of one of the better ways that I could explain what the scent profile of this is like. Initially in the opening, the black pepper is very sharp and it's very strong. Like, this is definitely a fragrance that's not subtle. It definitely presents itself. It makes itself known. I think it's a compliment puller. I've gotten many people asking me what I'm wearing when I spray this fragrance on, when I've worn this fragrance out. I think it's spicy enough to really wear in the winter and get away with it, but also it's great in the summer. Like I said, it's that blue shower gel kind of DNA with some spice added to it. Performance is really good on this. I would say this lasts me in the 6 to 7 hour range, which, you know, really no complaints there. I mean, there's so many great fragrances I smell that I am only really detecting it for like 6 hours, but it's one of those fragrances like I really can't smell it past the 6-7 hour mark, but other people around me can still pick it up. So I think nose blindness is kind of a thing when it comes to this fragrance. I think one of the bigger draws to this fragrance is that spiciness that it has in its DNA is a lot different than other blue fragrances that you're gonna try. YSLY, Bleu de Chanel, all those type of fragrances kind of have that sweetness or dryness to the blue kind of DNA, where this is out of the gate spicy and very, very masculine. So if you're looking for kind of a twist on that blue fragrance DNA, when you smell this, you will immediately, hell yeah. I think it's an absolute crowd pleaser, and as far as an entry-level niche fragrance goes, this right here is one of the best choices that you can really find. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I look at the notes on this fragrance, you know, there's a ton of notes here. Honestly, it doesn't really give me a great picture of what this fragrance is gonna be like. I would just stick to kind of the description I already gave of that blue shower gel type of style with just that added black pepper spice right in the opening. As it dries down, the spice starts to cool off and like that shower gelness starts to kind of emerge from it a little bit, but it's relatively linear. It doesn't really evolve in that crazy type of way that some other niche fragrances will. I think for most people, this is blind buy safe, especially if you're a fan of the blue DNA. Like, you know, you really can't go wrong here, especially if you're looking for something different. The blue fragrance genre has so much redundancy to it. Like, I don't think there's really a need to have Sauvage, YSLY, Bleu de Chanel, Dylan Blue, Coach Blue, like all the different blue flankers that all the different lines have. I don't think there's a need to, there's so much redundancy there. I think Percival keeps you in the blue wheelhouse, but offers you something different that most other fragrances are not. So for that, I would say this is blind buy safe. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I want to give a balanced approach, and I want to tell you about some of the things that I'm not so crazy about in regards to Percival. While it is a good fragrance, it's a crowd pleaser, it lasts long, it's a great option. I don't regret buying it, but I've started to wear it less and less the more I've owned it. And it's not because I suddenly think it smells bad or I'm bored of it or anything. I just kind of had this thought one day where I was like, oh, Percival is just a niche take on like an Axe body spray. Now I want you to think about if Axe body spray made a blue fragrance. You know how Axe has that spiciness to it a little bit? Like if you've ever smelled Axe fragrance, Axe fragrance, what the f***? Have you ever smelled Axe body spray and someone who just like went crazy with it? Think about like your middle school gym where someone just went crazy with the Axe. That spiciness to it that it has that kind of really makes it strong and kind of cloying a little bit. Percival kind of gets you in that realm. I don't see a lot of people criticizing this fragrance. I see a lot of people really glazing this fragrance, but once I kind of had that thought where I'm like, oh, this is just a $150 niche blue Axe body spray, you know, it kind of turned me off. And while I still do like it, I still wear it from time to time. When people come over to my house and I show them my fragrance collection, Percival is usually one of the first fragrances that I show people. And I don't know if that resemblance with Axe body spray is actually what kind of makes it familiar and inviting and pleasant, because I'm not saying this smells like Axe body spray. This is obviously a niche, enhanced, refined, high quality version of it. So please don't make it seem like I'm telling you this is the same thing as Axe. But the elements of it do kind of remind me of it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, even with wearing it a little bit less frequently nowadays, I don't regret buying it. It was the first niche fragrance I ever bought. It totally makes sense why I bought it. It made sense why I loved it when I first smelled it. So if you're looking to break into niche fragrances and you don't want something that's gonna be really challenging to wear, you want something that's still gonna be mass appealing, liked by those around you, it's still a compliment puller, it's still a crowd pleaser, I still think this is one of the best options. But admittedly, I don't reach for this as much now as I do when I first bought it. So I just wanted to come on and give like my honest review of this fragrance as I've had it in my collection for a few months now. Like I said, I still love it. I still think Parfums De Marly is one of my favorite niche houses ever, and I think it's really one of the best entry-level niche houses. And they have other great offerings too, but I get it. Like if you smell Sedley and you're like, okay, this is just classic generic blue DNA. I want something a little bit more, but I don't want to go so crazy like off the rails with something like Haltane or something like that, which I do like if you've smelled it before, but I understand why if you're just getting into niche houses, that may be a little bit more of a challenge for you. This is still a great option. It's still a really, really good option. I do still love it. I do still wear it. So this is Parfums De Marly Percival. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I really want to hear from you. Let me know what other fragrances you'd like to hear me review on this channel. I've got a couple other samples from Parfums De Marly that I'd like to review on this channel. I'm really looking forward to doing that. So if you enjoy the discussion-based videos on fragrance like this, I encourage you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and help me push this channel. This is a brand new channel. I just started reviewing some fragrances, and this is one of the first videos that I'm making for this new channel. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, hopefully. Have a good one.